No sabes que tu corazón conmigo me hace boom boom contigo. Sabes que tu corazón conmigo me hace boom boom contigo. Sabes que tu corazón conmigo te hace boom boom contigo te hace. Sabes que tu corazón conmigo te hace boom boom contigo te hace. Boom, contigo te hace.
Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. So today I did a sugar school, candy school look. I hope you guys enjoy it. Don't forget to give a thumbs up and subscribe, and let's get to it. So I'm going in with the Smashbox Photo Finish Primer and putting that on. And then I'm using the Urban Decay Naked Concealer and putting that on to cover up my freckles and any blemishes. And then I'm just blending that out with the Beauty Blender. Then I'm using the Algenist green color corrector drops and putting that on my cheeks to help hide my redness. Then I'm using the Tarte Amazonian Clay Foundation and putting that on and blending that out with a Beauty Blender. Then I'm using the Airspun translucent powder and just setting all of that. Then I'm using the Anastasia Brow Wiz and carving out my brows the way I want them to look. Then I'm using the Morphe 35B palette, and then I'm doing kind of a quick eyeshadow look because the eyeshadow isn't the main part of the look. So I'm just doing a little bit of pink eyeshadow, and then I'm going in with a darker eyeshadow on the corner of my eye, outside corner of my eye. I'm using the Tarte Double Take eyeliner and just drawing a wing. And I'm using the Tarte mascara and putting that on my upper and lower lash line. Then I'm using the Morphe palette again and putting that color on my forehead and using the red color and blending that out. Then I'm using the pink eyeshadow again and I'm outlining the skull, mouth. And then I'm bringing down that color a little bit to add shading, and then I'm using the darker color and just going over the outline. Then I'm using the Mehron Paradise AQ paints and I'm using the red one and just outlining that same line. And then this shows how much shading can really make a difference. So I went back with the Morphe palette and used the black eyeshadow and went over the outline and then kind of brought that color down and mixed it with red eyeshadow and just kept blending it until it looked the way I wanted it to look. Then I put some black eyeshadow on my forehead to make it kind of match the darkness on my cheeks. Now I'm making the eyes, so I'm using the pink eyeshadow again and just outlining the eyes. And then I'm using a darker pink eyeshadow to add dimension and shading, and just blending that out. And now I'm using the Mehron paints again, and I'm just outlining the nose with black paint. Then I'm using one of the pink paints in the middle of my nose, and then I put a red paint in between the black and the pink to create like an ombre. And then I used some of the pinkish reddish paint and just put that in the middle of my eyes, and then I'm putting that on my lips as well. Now I'm using the black paint to create the skull mouth. Now I'm using black eyeshadow and just going over that because I liked the way it made it look. Now I'm creating the flower, so I'm using the Mehron paints again and outlining it with black paint. For these two middle petals, I'm using red paint. The very middle petal, I'm using pink paint, and then the outside, I'm using purple. And then I'm using black eyeshadow just to kind of shade that. And then I'm putting it underneath the flower too to make it look more 3D. And then I'm using a white paint to highlight the flowers and my nose. Then I'm using the Morphe palette again and just adding some pink eyeshadow to my neck. Then I'm using the Anastasia palette and just highlighting my cheeks, my lips, and the inner corners of my eyes. And I'm just putting on some lashes. Then I got these at Michael's or a craft store and putting those on where I think look best. And then this is what works best for me when I'm putting on a wig. So I just make 2 pigtails and then I put it up with bobby pins just randomly on the back of my head. And then I use the hairnet, you could say, and to get all my hair out of my way and hold that back. And then after I put the wig on, this is the finished look. Thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to leave a thumbs up and subscribe. I'll see you guys next time.